Morire gbà o, ó ṣe mí lóore. Morire gbà o, morire mo ràánú gbà o, ó ṣe mí lóore. Morire gbà o. I am very grateful o. I am very grateful o. Oh my God, thank you for today. Thank you for this day. Thank you for your grace.
And I was crying. I can't remember the song she was singing, but let's say she was singing, God is good. I just said, God is good. He has done me. As in, she was taking me around. She was dancing, trying to,
inspiring you.
I was crying and I was singing the song alongside with her. I wasn't happy. I was like, oh God, it really got into me.
Yes.
And I think that was the last time I said, okay, let me just sit down. Let me just take what is in my hand seriously. And as I came,
Wow, and the story was better.
Mojirade.
Wow, that's amazing.
It was actually Mojirade.
Oh, really?
I was listening for many, I think for 1 or 2 years. When I wanted to register, by the time I got serious, okay, let me just do something about it. And I wanted to register, but I was told the name has been taken. So the person in charge was trying to get something close to Mojirade, so she just put my name, Mojirade Dade. So that's why I came.
Wow, amazing! And your story speaks volumes of resilience and persistence over time, and that is really worth taking note of. One might be wondering, so thus far, any challenge or any challenge, and how has that part of your experience actually, how has it got to a level where you can say, okay, it now you can look back and say it has really impacted you positively, when it comes to the challenges and overcoming it over time. How have you been able to manage that experience?
I can't tell my story without thanking God.
Of course.
God has been good to me. I'm not trying to be spiritual or I'm not trying to be religious. I'm just being me. I can't mention myself, say anything about myself without mentioning it, without being thankful to God. But the way God has helped me in this business is amazing. I told you I stumbled into it, so there was nothing like planning.
Yes.
I didn't plan. I didn't. Two of my friends, they are lecturers, teachers. Nothing. I didn't know anything about business. I didn't really. So I was just learning alongside. I was learning. God bless my pastor in school. I've been in church. A series of business school, free, which seminar conferences I attended. So I was learning. You can't compare what you planned for to what you just stumbled and you're just learning alongside. So I've had a period of loneliness when I was the only one.
Okay.
How did I become? How did the order increase? One of my brother-in-law tasted the chips. Okay, now I produced these chips 2011. That was the first time we produced. I said I've been doing chin-chin, producing chin-chin all the while. So that 2011, some of my friends were going on mission. So now I said, okay, I couldn't sell for the brand I was selling for. I just let me just try this thing out. And that very day, I was using knife to cut the plantain in the kitchen. My sister just came out. My mother-in-law brought one slice out. Let me bring it out. That's our second one. She brought the slicer. I still have it. In fact, it is this year. That's the 9th year that I'm able to replicate the slicer. That's what I've been using since that 2011. And so I just produced a little quantity for those my friends. I sold to them. And along the line, one of my brother-in-laws tasted it. And wow. In fact, it was the packaging that attracted him. Chips inside container, interesting. So he took it to the office. like 3 or 4 of his friends saw it, they tasted it, they enjoyed it. Come on, Seth, where did you get this? Sell to us now. So that was how I took to the organization. The first time I think I took like 10 or 5 or 10. The next time, one of the 3 friends just said, produce many. Let them take any quantity they want. I will buy up to the wing.
Wow.
I was happy.
Wow, I can just imagine.
I was happy. I produced like I think 40 jars, and I was still producing inside my sister's kitchen, inside small pot. So to produce 40 jars was a lot of stress. I was so happy. Along the line, I went from my sister's place to a family friend. I met her in church, and her husband, they were so good to me. As in, the husbands, God bless you. They released their BQ to me for me then, and I was using it. I was staying and I was producing my plantain chips there. So when I got there, I was able to employ someone because it was so tedious. I couldn't handle it all again. So I got that lady in. But along the line, I couldn't pay her because I was still waking up anytime I wanted. I was not taking it seriously. When you're doing something but your mind is not really there. Today I'll go and I'll go out. I'm tired of frying there. Let me go and for a walk. I'll go out with my CV and try to get some. Tomorrow I was okay, let me fry small. I was just doing, I was not serious. So I got this lady, but I couldn't pay her at the point. So I just told her, please, so you need to go or I reduce your salary. I think I was paying 15k. No, 20 or 15k. So I'm going to reduce it by 5k. I said, okay, if you have to go, if you don't mind, or just collect a reduced amount. So she left. So at that point, I told her to take a break. Let me take a break. So as I was packing my things to travel, that was I just received calls that I wanted, I think 40 again or maybe 20, I can't remember. I just dropped my traveling, but I'm not traveling again. So I stayed back. I told guys, but I can't do this thing alone. No, this work, I don't want to be doing it alone again. So I just reached out to some family friends. I told them I needed people, and I was able to get more hands. And from there, so I really struggle with getting hands because I didn't have money to pay. And you get people. But some people, they don't want to work, they just want big money, small work, and this work can be tedious. I've had a young lady one time, she came, and I'm sure you can do this work, very slimmer than me, Papa. She just came, don't worry, I can do it. She spent a day with me, she was, I'm so sorry, the heat is too much. I cannot cough. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
I'm allergic to heat. I said, maybe I told you.
Yes. So the demands of the work is still there.
It's still there. I had, and the condition, the working, the environment. I struggle with that too. Too much of heat. The buying production materials and ingredients in meat. When you buy in bulk, you save more money. And I guess one of my major challenges, let me say weakness, I'm fearful to borrow, to learn, okay. Get money from people, you pay back. I'll be like, hey, if I borrow this money, how will I pay back? And it pays off. As me, I was able to gather enough capital, get enough hands, get ingredients in bulk, things will be better. But God has really helped me without advertising, without just getting referrals. Okay, this person, I ate your chips from a family friend's place. So nice. Can we have 10? Can we have 20? Awesome. Can we have? So it was one of my brother-in-law's friends that I introduced me to their place of work. Why not just be supplying our supermarket instead of coming from mainland to island every once a week or they are stressful. So why don't you just sell to them and supply them, they'll be buying from them. So as they're supplying the particular organization, supermarket, cooperative store. So I used to avoid delivery.
The loan aspect.
Okay, I do want to ask for loan. If I had some friends, then if you need help, you need some funds, just say, thank you. I will not go to them to get, you know, and I was growing. I had opportunity. As in many opportunities, but I just trust God for second chance.
Yeah.
Many people interested in investing in the business, but I didn't know how to go about it.
Yes.
But I'm learning more. I'm better now. You know, I've attended some business school and the like. So I'm reading up online, reading books. So I'm working on myself to know more about business, because it's more than slicing or producing.
Yeah.
But by now, I told you we'll be 10 next year.
Yeah.
By now, we should be producing mechanically. We should be, we should have industrial machine and the likes. To tell you that we're still producing, manually. I don't like saying it. I used to go over it and be like this.
Yeah.
But now we'll get there.
Yeah.
It can be slow. It's been slow, but I trust God for the best. He that has been of help, that has helped me, and also this time, He's faithful to do more. So I trust Him for more, because at a point, space was a challenge. The space I was given to by my family friend, we couldn't manage that space again. At the point we were up to like 3-4 workers, so the space was small. So we just moved from there, like going to 2 years now. We got this place. Now that space, as when we got in, space was no more a challenge. But at that point, my major worker now said she was leaving. And I was so used to that I didn't prepare to get other people. I'll be like, I'll get people. And even anytime I got any person, instead of allowing that new person to learn to master the production, I'm a perfectionist. I said I'm very detailed, so I will train him tomorrow. I will train her tomorrow. I kept postponing until that lady said she was leaving. That was when it dawned on me that apart from me, nobody could do this license. I said we're still producing my life. So when she left, it was so challenging. And then that time, God had delivered me now. My monthly cycle used to be very, very serious. I was suffering from endometriosis, adenomyosis, and a bit of fibroids, and the pain used to be so much, as it used to be terrible. I could recollect that there was a day we had so many plantains for production. I was only wanting to do it until 5 p.m. I came back to life, because anytime I'm on my period, it's another realm. So it was like 5 p.m. and the guy that came around to help me couldn't slice. I had not, trained him how to slice and produce. So he had to wait till I was a bit okay till like 5 p.m. that we started production that very day. And he didn't leave here until like 10 to arrange Uber for him to get back home. So those were challenging period, and I learned my lesson that even when someone is good at something, don't depend on someone. Get more ends.
Absolutely.
Get more ends.
Absolutely.
And the only thing I'm still struggling with the business is to detach myself.
Okay.
I'm finding it so difficult to detach myself.
My head up high in glory, you never let me bow in shame. Èyí lẹ ṣe fún mi, Ọlọ́run mi. Kí ni màá fi san oore ẹ bàbá mi mọ́? Moríre gbà ó. Ó ṣe mí lóore. Moríre gbà ó. Moríre mo ránú gbà ó. Ó ṣe mí lóore. Moríre gbà ó. Ó dá mi lọ́lá. You made me a voice in my generation. Orí mi àpé, ẹ̀dá mi àpé ọ̀sìn. Ó ṣe mí lólú ọmọ. Bàbá ẹ̀ ṣe gan.
Ọpẹ́ mo mú wá bàbá. Tẹ́wọ́ gbọ́ pẹ́ mi o.